Now over 21 for Milwaukee Tech. John Mack on the baseline. Scramble for the rebound. Touching it last will be La Crosse Central's Tony Gelfi. And Milwaukee Tech will inbound underneath their own basket. Tuck averaging 65 points a game, giving up 51. They shoot 45% from the field. They're doing that tonight so far. John Mack from the corner, overshoots. No, he gets it. Nice touch. It hit the far side of the rim, came back on the board and fell through. 12 points for Mack. He has 12 of Tech's 23 points. And they lead again at 23-22. Derek Crosse off his own foot. The third turnover for La Crosse Central. John Mack. Beautiful block by Kevin Carroll, but he gets his arm.
I think Kevin thought he had that one blocked. We'll get a chance possibly at the replay. There goes Kevin to the bench. He picks up, that's just his first foul. Fifth team foul though, but it'll be a two-shot foul.
Kevin Carroll comes out. Coming back in, Steve Korger. For La Crosse Central now, it's Korger, Keeler, Kubi, Kroll, and Gelfi. At the line, John Mack. 13 points for Mack. Milwaukee Tech goes up by 2. There's a good look at John Mack. Gelfi brings it into the middle of the court. Keeler. Jim Keeler is a pure shooter, folks. You can see that. He has 7 points.
You almost want to say bullseye when it's, you know, when he releases the shot. He is an excellent jump shooter.
Magno all the way underneath. John Mack, good body control, overlays. Mack back with it. Look at that reaction. John Mack put it up from the right of the board, came all the way around, tried to get the rebound, unfortunately touched it, and it went out of bounds. But John Mack is in this game 100%. 24-24, 3:22 left to play in the second quarter. Davogus trying to keep Korger from getting the ball, knocks it out of bounds. La Crosse Central, winners of the Baraboo sectional with victories over Madison Memorial and Madison East. Beat Brookfield East in the first game in the quarterfinals. And Sussex Hamilton last night in the semifinals to get into this championship game. And they just turned it over, as you saw. Reservoir gets it into Magno. He'll be working one-on-one against Kroll. John Mack, he's working hard. He doesn't get that one. Forced it, but comes right back with it. Off the board. Again, too hard. Davogus underneath gets it. 2 offensive rebounds. And Davogus has 6 points and Tuck leads by 2. Gelfi to Keeler underneath, and he's fouled. Tom Kane gets the foul, Chuck.
Nice pass, penetration. And Jimmy Keeler with not even really a chance. On the arm, Tommy Kane is second. 2-shot foul, and Marshall, we mentioned that Jimmy Keeler has really done it all in this tournament. He has not had, though, a good tournament on the free throw line. He's an outstanding shooter. We'll see what he does here, but he's been short, especially the last 2 nights. There we go. But he has had some problems, and I don't know why, but that's all good shooters do. I'm sure he'll come back.
8 points for Keeler. La Crosse Central can tie it again. 2:39 left to play. And we're right back where we started from. All tied up. Magno, Davogus, Kane, Reservoir, and John Mack. Milwaukee Tech. John Mack gets the foul.
Referee pointed that time. Kevin Carroll thought it was on him. Oh, you see right there, your screen, 5 players looking at the official, kind of going, what number am I? He points to 5-1. Kevin Carroll, sigh of relief. That's John Mack's first foul.
Jim Keeler at the line. He'll shoot 1-on-1. Both teams in the bonus. 2:18 left to go to halftime. Class A championship game. Hope you're enjoying it. Keeler now 3 out of 3 from the line, and he has 10 points.
Gonna rest Johnny Mack. Ray Jackson goes in for John Mack. Apparently, Mack, with all he's done in the first half tonight, needs a rest. I would say he'll be out no more than 30 seconds.
Keeler hits again, 28-26. La Crosse Central leads it. Magno up with it quickly. There's a pick, Reservoir. Kane from outside, that'll be short. Magno gets it back. Again, Milwaukee Tech with the offensive board. DeVogus, long range. And Magno gets it again.
Central not screening off very well. It's man-to-man right now. They are.
DeVogus. That time it's cleared by Kevin Carroll. And up come the Red Raiders quickly. Jimmy Keeler, pull-up jumper. He's hit from behind. Tom Kane gets Keeler from behind.
Jimmy Keeler started out slowly tonight. You know, he's had great quarters the last 2 nights. Right now, Tom Kane comes up from behind with the foul. Jimmy Keeler has really kept this ball club together, and he's due for another real good quarter. He's had 2 quarters last couple of nights. 3rd quarter on Thursday, the 2nd quarter last night. Coach Win Parkinson saying, why follow me 35 feet away from the basket? Why do you have to follow a good shooter?
All right, Jimmy Keeler, we have to update his free throw stats. He's now 6 out of 8 from the line. 12 points for Keeler. 7 out of 9, and he has 13 points with 1:32 left in the game, or in the halftime. La Crosse Central leads it by 4. Reservoir from the side, Jackson. John Mack gets it. 2 rebounds again from Milwaukee Tech. They're doing a fine job on the offensive board.
He's always there, always around the basket.
John Mack in the right place at the right time. 15 points for Mack. 3-second violation, and Milwaukee Tech can tie it again. Well, you couldn't ask for better high school basketball. Magno, Reservoir, John Mack, DeVogus, and Jackson. Reservoir.
That's his first bucket tonight, I believe. First time we've seen him with that shot.
That's right. He doesn't shoot a lot, but when he does, it's there. We're tied at 30. Keeler, fall-away jumper. Doesn't get that one. John Mack with the rebound, and he was fouled underneath by Korger. Picking up the foul, Steve Korger.
Keeler baseline jump shot goes long. Central with somebody there for the rebound. Unfortunately, though, Korger on the long rebound fouls. That's his 2nd personal foul.
John Mack will be at the line. Mack 1 out of 1 from the line tonight. Milwaukee Tech goes back on top, 31-30, 37 seconds left to play in the 2nd quarter. Mack will shoot again. $17 points for John Mack. He's having an outstanding night. Korger, baseline jumper. He was way up in the air. He shot that ball down at the rim. 6 points for Korger, and we're tied at 32. 23 seconds left to play in the half. You couldn't ask for an evener basketball game. Mack to Magno. They'll hold for 1. Now Coach Win Parkinson says do it. Reservoir from the corner. Inside of the bracket, there's the man, John Mack. 19 points for Mack, and that's the end of the half. 34-32, Milwaukee Tech leads it. Oh, an exciting game, and we'll be back with a summary of the first half after these words from our sponsors on your WIAA network station.
When you're going out, come on in. Come on into Country Kitchen.
Because we've got more of what you go out for. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, too. We have a great selection that will satisfy even the heartiest appetite. In both land and sea, you'll agree. At Country Kitchen,
We've got more of what you go out for.
at Country Kitchen,
We've got more of what you go out for.
at Country Kitchen.
It's something to see when the Pepsi generation plays the game. One flick of the wrist, it's a whole new twist, and football's not the same. Come on, come on, come on, and taste the Pepsi way. Generation, come on, and have a Pepsi day. All across the nation, and have a Pepsi day.
Chuck, I can honestly say it's a pleasure to do a basketball game like this. Both teams playing outstanding offense and defense. They're shooting well. It's just been a great basketball game so far. Neither team has been able to establish any type of momentum at all. And like you said a moment ago, I don't know if we're going to see a 5-point lead by either team tonight. It's going to go right down to the wire.
I think after the first 30 seconds of play, we knew it was going to be a ball game. And I'll tell you, I think the best way to describe the first half for those people who are watching the ball game and during that last commercial break couldn't see the crowd. Immediately after Gelfie's parent basket, no good to half ends, the crowd just kind of all at once stands up in a big sigh of relief. Nobody stood up the entire first half. It's just like, wow, what a first half. And it's just going to be a barn burner in the fourth quarter.
I'll say, Billy Mott is handling our stats tonight, and Bill tells me that Milwaukee Tech is 15 out of 39 for 38%. The Crosse Central 12 out of 27, 44%. Central free throw percentage 72%, so they're doing all right at the line. And we're going to go back to Ken Sugg at WIAA Sports Center right after we pause for these messages on your WIAA network station.
There's a lot of activity at Mary Olson's nursery school. And Mary has her fingers in all of it. So there isn't much time in her day for financial affairs, like making checking deposits, talking with her personal banker, or paying off business and auto loans. So when Mary finally does have time,
Bye-bye, Billy.
it's nice she can handle it all at one stop. Her full-service bank. Who helps you more than your full-service bank?
Mom, this salad dressing's really good. What's in it?
It's a secret ingredient.
Pass the yogurt, please.
Sure.
This is good.
Hey, Mom. Great bread. What makes it so moist?
That's my secret ingredient, too.
Best stroganoff you've ever made, honey. Secret ingredient in this, too?
It's no secret, really. It's yogurt.
It's no secret anymore. Yogurt tastes good in other foods or all by itself.
Mom, can I have some frozen yogurt for dessert?
The local newspaper. Every week people depend on men like Henry Schrader to bring them neighborhood and business news, reports on school activities, local bargains, farming conditions, and the good life. Like many in Verona, Henry Schrader trusts his good life to the rural companies. When you need to protect your good life, call a rural agent.
Find that peace of mind with the rural companies.
Welcome back to WIAA Sports Center, and as we watch La Crosse Central and Milwaukee Tech in the first half of the Class A championship game, let's go back to last year at this time when it was Neenah and Beloit Memorial in the Class A championship game of a season past. And it was the Red Rockets defeating Mequon and Homestead in Clintonville to reach that final game, while Beloit had defeated Madison East and Wisconsin Rapids, or Madison West rather, in the first half. It was all Beloit by as many as 18 early, but the Rockets rallied.
Tim Skalmoski. Five-point ball game.
2-2-1 full court press.
Underneath the Grady. Two great passes from Carr to Farr to Grady. Carr guarded closely by Tom Pat. Now they give it to Carr. Rejected by Skalmoski. Good block. Curtis gets it back and hits it.
Big basket.
3 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Almost in by Cowling. Big basket by Todd Curtis, and Beloit has an 8-point lead, 41-33 at the end of the third period. High school basketball in Wisconsin at its finest. Pressure shot by Tony Carr. 17 points for Carr. Oh, what tension here in the fieldhouse. Skalmoski.
Bobby Grady can't do much about that, Marsh. He's got 4.
Tony Carr. Offensive foul on Tony Carr. He's out of the game. 3:15 left to play in the fourth and final period. Neenah and Beloit Memorial tied up 47 apiece. Pat into Skalmoski.
Timmy Skalmoski marks their first lead tonight.
Not one person has budged from a seat here in the field house. Nobody's going out to the parking lot in this one. Keith Cowling gives Neenah a 4-point lead. 2-on-1 break. Farr. He pulls up short and hits.
He's played a big ball game tonight, Mike Farr.
51-49, Neenah leads it. Zone pressure by Beloit. They've got to get it across the timeline, and they do.
Under 2 minutes, Marshall.
The Neenah Rockets, 25-0, coached by Ron Einerson. Beloit, 19-5, coached by Bernie Barkin. 2 excellent basketball teams.
He's done that all weekend long. A great performance by Keith Cowling, and they get the ball back.
Underneath this Tom pad, and he puts it in.
Unbelievable.
55-49, Neenah leads it, and who would have believed it? And the turnover is on. The foul on Bob Grady, and he's out of the game. Bob Grady is now fouled out, and you talk about a shift in momentum. Neenah is going to win the Class A championship. There's no question about it now. Listen to the crowd count it off. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, it's all over. Neenah wins it 58-49 over Beloit Memorial in one of the greatest comeback efforts we've ever seen here at the Fieldhouse. The Neenah Rockets, the champions of the Class A basketball. Wisconsin in 1978, and Ron Einerson is crying as he shakes his fist and walks over and is congratulated by his team. What a ball game.
If you recall that from a season past, it was quite an emotional evening at the Fieldhouse when the Neenah Rockets came back from an 18-point deficit and beat Beloit Memorial for their second title in the past 5 seasons. And as it stands now at halftime of the 1979 championship game, it's a 2-point lead for Milwaukee Tech over La Crosse Central at halftime. And Mark Shapiro and Chuck Nagel are standing by with the first half statistics and the second half of action after these messages. This is your WIAA network station.
Reach into the future at WWTI. At WWTI, you work with your hands as well as your mind to build skills needed in this fast-moving technical world. You'll discover new galaxies of challenging career education programs. So if you don't know what you want to do after high school and want to reach your future fast, come to WWTI and explore. We'll furnish you with a personal career expedition guide to help plan your future now. Write WWTI Futures, Box 908, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Your time is worth dollars. So the next time you have a prescription to be filled, stop at Service Walgreen Drug. Service is part of our name, and prescriptions are our main business, not just a way of attracting customers to other merchandise in our store. We maintain a complete prescription inventory at low discount prices, lower than our competition. You save time, and your dollar buys more at your Walgreen drugstore. Let us fill your next prescription. You too will save at Service Walgreen Drug, Center 90 on Alaska.
Matthey helps you keep a cleaner house. Put an end to dirty footprints tracked in from a muddy driveway. Have Matthey pave your drive with a hot mix bituminous asphalt surface. The completed job is finished in just hours, so you can escape the dust and the dirt for years. Save money by having the driveway surfaced when the Matthey crew is in your area. For a free estimate without obligation, contact your nearby Matthey Construction Company office. Matthey, the professionals in blacktopping.
Sure. 34-32, Tech leads it. John Mack has it on the give and go. What a shot.
That's any indication of what this half's going to be like. We're in for a dandy. That's his second basket.
Reservoir with 4 points now in the game. And just as at the start of the game, La Crosse Central got a basket right away. Milwaukee Tech got the first one here. John Mack comes away with the ball. Everywhere the ball is, John Mack is. 36-32, Tech has a 4-point lead and a chance to go up by 6. DeVogus, high post, give and go Magno. Baseline, gets Kroll up in the air and draws a foul, and he'll shoot 2.
Smart play, Danny Magno. He knew he had no chance at all for the shot with Kroll on him. One little head fake gets him up in the air. That's Derek's 3rd personal foul, 1st team foul.
Dan Magno, who had 6 points against Eau Claire Memorial yesterday afternoon, and 10 versus Clintonville on Thursday. He gets that one. 3 points for Magno. His father's a WIAA official, so he knows the rules of the game. To 32, a 6-point lead for Milwaukee Tech. If I'm not mistaken, that's their largest lead of the game. And now La Crosse Central's natives get restless. They have yet to score in the 3rd quarter. Keeler double teamed in the corner, and somebody gets him on the arm. Who is it? DeVogus gets the foul.
Jimmy Keeler, nowhere to go, over the arm. Steve DeVogus is 2nd. First team foul, Milwaukee Tech.
Kubi with a jumper off the board. Well, we were directly in line with that shot, and we could see that one was going to be in there. 38-34. The lead is cut to 4. Jackson almost loses it. Magno working the short side. Jackson flashes, tries to get the jumper back to Magno, can't get it. Reservoir. Milwaukee Tech moving well, cutting back and forth into the lane. High post Mack, turnaround jumper, forces it up and in. 21 points for John Mack. He's having an outstanding night. 40-34, Tech leads by 6 again. And Crow can't get inside.
One 3-1 zone. They want to make Central obviously go to the outside.
Right through Jim Keeler's legs and out of bounds. A costly turnover for La Crosse Central, and they want to talk about it. Coach Gary Robard trying to get his team fired up. We'll be back right after these messages on your WIAA network station.
Today you bring in home your new baby and your wife, and gathered round the people who mean so much in your life. Oh, come on and taste the Pepsi way. Come on and have a Pepsi day.
Parents all over Wisconsin trust their children's safety to school bus drivers and owners and to the rural companies. We deliver close to 1 million children safely home day after day. At dusk, isn't it nice to see that precious part of your good life happy and safe and home again? Protect your good life, too. For her, see your rural agent.
Find that peace of mind with the rural companies.
Milwaukee Milwaukee Tech now 17 out of 40 from the field, 42%. La Crosse Central 13 of 28, 46%. We want to send along our best wishes for a speedy recovery to Elsie Herman. She's the executive secretary to John Roberts of the WIAA. She missed the tournament this year, but we hope she's enjoying the game on television, and we send along nothing but the best. 40-34, Tech leads it by 6. Magno misses. Kubi, great pass underneath. Keeler was underneath the board and picks up point number 15. Magno is called for traveling. Magno went down on the court. His feet went out from underneath him, and he was called for the walk.
The offensive player of the year in the Milwaukee Conference. Don't get in trouble with that kid.
Well, that was a fumble.
Don't get in trouble with that guy.
This telecast is authorized under the rights granted by the WIAA. Any description, accounts, or reproduction of this program are prohibited without the express written consent of the WIAA and the Wisconsin TV network. Korger with 8 points tonight. 40-38, Tech's lead has been cut to 2. John Mack almost lost it. .5:15 left to play in the third quarter. This is the Class A championship game, and it's been a good one. All along our WIAA network, we hope you're enjoying the action. La Crosse Central has a chance to tie it up. Brezovar's shot was just short. It came right down to Kubi. That's Keeler. Look out. That's off to the right. First time Keeler has missed by that wide a margin. Both teams with the same lineups that started the game on the court right now. Brezovar and Magno at the guards for Milwaukee Tech. DeVogus and Mack at the forwards. Ray Jackson, the pivot. John Mack tries to put a move on Keeler one-on-one. Tough jumper. He doesn't get it, but Korger picks up foul number 3.
Johnny Mack, tough man to stop, especially when he leans into you like that. He's a big, strong kid. Steve Korger's third foul, 2-shot foul, and second on La Crosse.
Coming out of the game, Don Kubi for a rest, and into the lineup, Tony Gelfi. At the line, John Mack.
I don't know what Mack has not done correctly tonight. Free throws, rebounding, defense, down the floor, banks it off the board. He's probably has had an outstanding game so far as anybody I've seen in a championship game in a long time.
23 points for John Mack, and we have 4:25 left to play in the third quarter. Again, Tech leads it by 4, 42-38. Korger loses it on the baseline. Jackson had the ball, and reaching over the top is Korger, and he has personal foul number 4.
It's a shame because Don Kubi was coming in for Steve Korger. Right there commits the foul just before the horn blows, and Kubi comes in for him. He picks up number 4.
Third team foul on La Crosse Central. John Mack, he does everything. Now he's bringing the ball across the timeline. Dan Magno will take the jumper. Kubi and Keeler battling for it, and they walk with the basketball. The La Crosse Central cheering section, you heard their reaction to that call. Both teams now are shooting at the basket at which their fans are sitting behind. This is by design by the WIAA so that when their team is shooting free throws, there will be no distractions behind the board, and I think it's a very good idea. Dan Magno. Jeff Brezovar, there are the guards. Good move, DeVogus. Lays it up short. Had the baseline and couldn't get it to go down. 42-38, 3:30 left to play in the third quarter. Kroll gets Mack up in the air, but he doesn't hit him. Carroll lays it off to Kubi. He gets it, and it will be a shot at a three-point play. Kubi, good body control. He hung in the air.
Fine passing. Kubi to Keeler, to Kroll. Dressbar picks up his second personal foul.
With Tech leading at 42-40. We'll be back in a moment after we pause for these messages on your WIAA network station.
When you're looking for great food, come on in to Country Kitchen and see our tantalizing selections from both lamb